like we have a really mixed crowd here with freshmen, sophomores, juniors, or even seniors, but landing an internship is one of the most important things, like for your career. So I'm a junior now, so getting an internship after this year is probably the most important thing in my whole college experience. So that's why I have this side here to help out anyone. So make sure to create a LinkedIn account. Like that's the most important one. I know St. John's uses Handshake. Make that as well. Use Way Up too. That's another website just like LinkedIn. I've gotten reached out to by recruiters on Way Up and Handshake. So make sure to do that. And if you fill out your LinkedIn properly, like for me, I'm more into like data science and I use a lot of Python, so they recommend me jobs like this based on my profile. And be sure to apply to as many internships as you can. Like right now, it's still kind of early, which is good because companies want to get their talent early on so they know who they're bringing on. And make sure to reach out to alumni. Like on LinkedIn, you can find people who went to St. John's who are in tech, whether it's software engineering or cyber, it doesn't matter. Reach out to them, help them, like tell them to give you a referral, like try to reach out. And yeah, and the most important thing is like learning how to sell yourself. Like, and I want to get into the fact that like you have to know, like you have to have the skills that companies are looking for. Like right now, obviously like Python is one of the most emerging like languages. They expect you to know that. I know at an undergrad level they only teach Java for computer science majors, and that's a big problem because you need to know more than like one language in order to get hired and work on personal projects. I'm going to be getting more into this later during my personal experience, but make sure you have a GitHub account and post your projects on there. That lets companies know that you're serious about your work and you have something to showcase. You know, like why should a company hire you when, like, let's say you have a 4.0 GPA, like why should they hire you over someone with like a 3.6 but has way more projects and something to show that they know what they're talking about outside of class. And other than that, like talk to the people in the field you're interested in, ask them for advice and know what you want, like know your end goal, like what are you trying to get out of networking, and know like what kind of career you want to get into. I'm going to be getting more to this later, but this is what I was trying to get at. Know what languages you need to learn for what you want to do. So I know a lot of you want to get into game development and you need to know Unity, TypeScript, you need to know C++. So just be aware of what you have to know in order to go into the field you want to get into. And obviously Python is in a bunch of stuff here for web development, desktop applications and other things. So just learn the languages that are relevant to your career, you know, like don't limit yourself to only Java. And so this is like an insight on what companies are looking for. Obviously databases and managing lots of data is one of the most important things now. That's why you have SQL there, Python, Java, R, all this stuff here. Right. And I want to get more into like my personal experiences and how that can like really help you guys. So I want to emphasize like you guys should try new things and work on projects that you're passionate about. So for me personally, I'm a huge NBA fan and I want to combine like that with comp sci. And you guys might be wondering, how can you do that? Well, I want to understand the game, like basketball, at a statistical level. So I want to look at all the advanced stats and stats about the players, the teams, and understand like what makes them good. You know, so I have a lot of Python programs I worked on that analyze NBA data, and I have one now that calculates like an NBA player's potential. So it's great for me because I'm getting into investing in sports cards, and using my program, I can find the players that are like under the radar, who don't get a lot of coverage, but they're really good players and they have a lot of potential to like break out and become all-star level. So my program helps me find those players and to potentially make money on that. So I'm also like into finance and the stock market. So I have a lot of Python programs that help me find the good stocks to invest in. So there's just an idea of what you can do. So, and probably the most important thing is to not limit your learning to only class material. This is something that a lot of people that I know like fall victim of. Like the stuff we learn in class, especially for comp sci. I'm speaking more to comp sci here because that's like I'm a comp sci major. The stuff they teach in class is really not practical. They don't teach you how to actually make something that's beneficial, you know. And just the tutorial we had today, they don't teach you anything about game development, and they only teach Java. So, so nowadays, like the standards for internship is so high. They want you to know multiple languages. They want you to know AWS. They want you to know front end, back end, web development, and most of that is not taught in class. So you have to learn by yourself. And like the best software engineers, like at Google or Facebook, they have knowledge far beyond the classroom. So
awesome, thanks. So I'll be super quick. So I spent 2 years so far, like doing internship application stuff. So I've learned a lot more about what not to do than finally what to do. So here are my quick tips. One is, and Faizan touched on these too, learn new skills and utilize the community. Try to kind of always spend time doing your own thing as well in addition to classroom skills. And utilize the community means utilize SATA. Feel free to collaborate with us or any of your peers. This is a great way to meet people. And utilize the outer community too. There's a lot of security professionals on Twitter, believe it or not, that you can definitely contact and they will answer you, as well as LinkedIn. If you do connect with someone, they'll leave a message saying why you want to connect with them. Otherwise, they're just going to be like, you're a stranger and not let you in. Make connections via career or subject-centered events. Unfortunately, for every 10 vacancies in an internship, it's going to be 2 people that are super qualified, and it's probably going to be 8 people that just know someone. So other than your family, you can make those connections by reaching out to those people on LinkedIn. There's a lot of like mentorship programs and stuff too. Like I did Built by Girls, which is a mentorship program, and each person will introduce you to like 3 more people. So that's a great way to go about it. Try to match your application to your job description. Use the keywords they're using. Even if you're not 100% qualified, apply anyway. I'm speaking to like the girls especially because people think, oh, I'm not 100% qualified, let me not apply. Spell out abbreviations. There's like a million abbreviations in our fields. You guys know this, so just spell everything out. And finally, keep an eye out for opportunities and apply. The good thing about this online stuff is there's like a sense of anonymity. You just reach out to people, and if they don't answer, who cares? So yeah, that's it for me.
Basically, what Roshni and Faizan said, they're all good stuff. Please take that to heart because they're talking from great experience. And me and Roshni actually did the same internship this past summer. And one thing that I just really want to hone to you guys just for the sake of time is get out of your comfort zone. And just another thing too, tech is in everything. So you may end up in an industry you wouldn't think of. So for example, me and Roshni, we went into consulting, technology consulting, such a huge field. But you can also go into finance. You could go into the medical field. I mean, they're all looking for people from both comp sci and cybersecurity. And so what I recommend to you is look into, things like Bank of America or other non-traditional tech companies and go onto their campus recruiting sites. Sign up for their talent newsletters. Just drop in your email, and they will literally send it directly to your inbox any opportunities that may be coming up. And this is a great thing for you because not only do you have to look on LinkedIn and Handshake, but your email is actually getting full of other opportunities that you may be interested in should, the time come around. Like right now is prime recruiting season for internships. So, I mean, go to any kind of brand you see, and just browse their career website, see, if there's anything that they need, maybe a penetration tester or somebody to do front end or back end or even data analytics, anything under the sun. You'd be surprised what different companies that you wouldn't think of are looking for people like us. And another thing too, exactly like Roshni said, attend, even virtual conferences that may be happening right now. Just because we're not physically on campus, there's still a lot of opportunities online too that people are. It's easier. It could be something from a different time zone, and you could be networking with people other than just here on the East Coast or in the New York metropolitan area. So definitely keep on the lookout, and let's let Isaac take over for the rest from here.
Hey guys, yeah, so just to kind of wrap it up, right now it is internship season. We do recommend that everyone start applying. Definitely use up all of your resources. There's so many resources that we have access to being at St. John's. As Faizan mentioned, you should definitely have a LinkedIn profile. Reach out to Handshake. There's a lot of opportunities there. To what Nicole even pointed out, don't limit yourself to the type of job that everyone's striving for. Reach out to all areas of the respective fields. She mentioned the banking industry. There's the health industry, the science industry, the entertainment industry, which is also growing in cybersecurity and ComSci and web dev and whatnot. So don't limit yourself to, I guess, the ones that everyone's going for. Of course, utilize all your resources. And definitely something that we recommend to everyone is show your own self-motivation. Don't limit yourself to whatever people are kind of telling you, or kind of to what Faizan was trying to say earlier. Don't just limit yourself to what you're being taught in the traditional classroom. Go out of your way, go that additional step to teach yourself something new, to teach yourself something out of the ordinary. Don't be afraid to take risks. And the best advice I can give you in terms of seeking these internships and seeking these job opportunities is try your best to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's what we're kind of looking at in today's day and age.